Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Tuesday, January 6th. Had mapped out with my signal service group an area here that I pretty much played out exactly how I told them. We had an area here of unbalanced volume that I knew we'd get a reaction to, which we did. We had a 15-minute level sitting at the 25,672, but I told them that based on structure that I saw prior here, that this looked very sweepy to me, which is exactly what the market did. Swept right to the top there, so very good non-trade, and saw that one very, very well. So let's get rid of this guy. We obviously have this set up here on the NQ at the 25,722, targeting the 710 and the 701 that we'll be taking a look at. And then just kind of seeing what they've left here. I did leave this pocket here. It's not the greatest because they kind of rebalanced on the way up. There is a 5-minute level that's sitting at the 25,601 that has not gotten balanced out. So possibly here a setup that we can look at here this morning. Let me do this over here. Let's take a look at gold. Do have a setup here in gold at the 44.6230, targeting the 44.6530, and TP2 at the 44.68 with a stop at the 44.58. I'll jump back in there right after the. Just want to see what happens here on the NQ. Morning, Steve. Morning, Paul. Morning, Joe. Nordic. Good morning, AP. Good morning, Key. Good morning. So first reactionary point right here was pretty much based on this new 5-minute level that was put right here. So we did have a pocket of unbalanced volume sitting right here. Just to me, not super high probability. So the Florida adventure ends today. Go back to reality, and I do miss my trading setup. So at home, it's been a busy. It's been a busy couple of months, but definitely the last week has been pretty crazy. All right, so we did now enter into another pocket right here. We did enter into a pocket right here at the 25.6. I'm sorry, it would be right here. Let's see what kind of reaction we get here. So that initial push was good for about 9 points. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of this guy. All right, let's see. Looking for a possible trade here. Okay, let's get this one ready here. All right, so taking a possible short here at the 25.657 1/4, targeting the 25.647. Long at the 25.614, targeting the 25.623, and then the 630 with the stop at the 25.590. We do have a 5-minute level here at the 25.601 as well. All right, we are in. Almost, yeah, that came really close to our TP1 there. Again, close to TP1. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that at all. Come on. Let's go give it a push here. All right, TP1, break even. Of course, we're always missing TP2 by like a tick. Why is that always my luck here? Come on, take out TP2. Unbelievable. It's just like 3 times in a row where my TP2 has missed it by a tick. Well, that's okay. We're on the board. Nice win there. There you go. TP1, TP2. All right, let's get rid of this guy. Now we'll take a look at this trade right here. You know what? Before I do that, let me change this to blue. All right. Nice trade. Start the morning there. If you haven't, appreciate liking the stream. Good job, AP. All right, let's keep looking. All right, there's the tap. Let's put this guy right here. Let's see, they might want to tap into the 672. We'll see. They could try going for a sweep of the highs. I just feel like they want to probably balance this out here prior to that. At least that's my feeling. They could sweep the high here. Obviously, a lot of liquidity sitting there. See if we get the defense there. Wouldn't mind going to break even here, just because now it looks pretty likely that we can sweep that that high if we get in a position. Knocked out there. All right, one winner, one loser there. Had a bunch of slippage on that one. I knew that high was a big possibility there. Probably should have relaxed on that one, but now let's get into our signal here. All right, so our signal's at the 25, 722, targeting the 710 and 701. And I did take a bunch of slippage there. I took almost like $400 or $500 of slippage there, spread out through all my accounts. All right, so countdown. Let's get rid of this guy. Don't hang up here. Let's go. This is sitting in a weekly band, so we are going to see some resistance here. It's not what I wanted to see, though. Definitely don't want them taking out TP2 here. Let's go tap into it. Tap into it, buddy. Not what I want to see here at all. Let's see what they leave here unbalanced. Morgan, I am. I've got it right here on my screen. It's going a lot quicker with the scalping setups that I'm looking at right now. Don't have time really to be switching screens right now. And for these, I am definitely looking at well, I guess on this invalidation here. I don't like this hanging up here. I think I'm going to have to invalidate this one and just go off of a footprint confirmation at this point. Right there, again, we swept it. No confirmation for me there, but let's see here what we can get. This would be the area where I'd look for a footprint confirmation. Wow, that was a lot of positive delta there. That was crazy. Let's see, one more attempt I want to look at. That was 500 positive delta there. That was a lot. Geez, it's a freight train there. Not happy about that one at all. this right here is my classic invalidation setup on my signals. We missed the trade pretty much played out, just off a couple of points here. It just seems to be happening a little bit more than I like to see. Yeah, you know what? I should have just left. God bless it. All right, we got an area that we're coming into right here. This looks very prime. I don't think I'm gonna have time to set my TPs here for you guys, but you guys can always target the, you guys can target them. Like I always said, 10 points on TP1, 15 points on TP2 is gonna be always your safest bet. But I'll put these up here if I got some time. 18. So these are your TPs. All right, so this setup is going to look like a long at the 25.70850, targeting the 25.71850, and TP2 at the 25.724. Big target would be right above this 15-minute level here at the 25.732 would be a big target on this trade. All right, just taking a quick look at gold, guys. This is the gold setup that I have here. 44.6230 is an entry, targeting the 44.65 and the 44.68 with a stop at the 44.58. We do have an area here that's sitting in between our two areas of our TPs. We are probably going to get a reaction right here, but this looks like a very nice level. And just follow the NQ. And I'll take a look here again at gold to see anything that looks fresh. No. If we break the 749s, there's a Noel. No, it looks like they're going to balance that out prior, so I don't have to worry about that. So now we've got a pretty good ways to go. The market could make a pretty big rip to the upside, even though it's still got to get past this. Let's see here. It's still in this weekly band here. So, I mean, it's going to still have some trouble getting through here. So let me see if there's any. So this one's going to be right at the top of the liquidity and right here. Those are two areas. Let's see what happened prior. Looks like we tapped right into it, almost right here. Yeah. So we did tap into this one right here. So this could be an area. It does look a little sweepy to me. 74. All right. So we've got a possible short here at the 25,784, targeting the 25,774, and TP2 at the 769, but they stop at the 25,804. And we're probably going to see a reaction right here at this 15-minute level at the 25,732. I could anticipate. I got that one ready. AP, I'm having a really hard time with the ES. Really hard time. Had a nice reaction to a 15-minute level here, but very tough. Finding like a good A+ setup, I just have not been able to. But I just saying that in my pre-stream live session that seems like it's like one A+ setup a week almost on the ES, where prior it was like almost daily or at least every other day there was a setup on the ES. All right, let's see. Got the market surrounded here. And there are obviously bigger targets here, guys. I'm giving you a 10, 15 point for some base hits. Obviously the bigger target, like I mentioned, would be right around this 15-minute level at the 25,732 on a short from here. On this trade right here, TP1 seems very easy to attain. We'll probably see a little resistance right in the middle of this TP1, TP2 area. If it can take TP2, then your next target would be like the 45s, which would be sitting right around here, 45s. Yeah, I see it. Your data is late. And don't know what you mean by that. There's a lag on YouTube. So it's not, what you're seeing is not instantaneous. So gold does have this 15-minute level that it's approaching at the 69.79. Does coincide with a nice little volume node. Obviously, much less volume up here than what we've been trading in, but we should probably see a reaction here at the 69.79. See if I can kind of scope that out and see what could be brewing there. So you should see a reaction here. You know, something great. Yeah, right there. That was exactly where I thought it was going to happen too. Questions? I think I answered already about the data. Not sure what you mean by that. Rob, how is your masterclass different from the info that you've already put out? So a lot of it is the principles are there. It's just now broken into 11 really detailed modules on the entire strategy from A to Z. So people really don't have to be, obviously, if you're watching the live stream every morning, you kind of hopefully are getting a gist of what I'm trying to look for here. Those that have been in my signal service for, 7-10 months, they kind of know what I'm looking for as well. But it's a very comprehensive, detailed A to Z approach on the strategy, on how to identify these levels that I'm looking at, these areas of reaction that I'm finding. And then what's Patty? What's the difference between your signal service and the signal that you give out on YouTube? So the signal service, it's got a lot of different things going into it, and I don't want to be obviously a commercial for it every single stream, but all my A+ setups go onto the signal service. So those, you have typically a lot of time to plan for the trade. The scalps that you see me taking here in the morning are not posted, and they're obviously in my signal service members are in my live stream right now on the signal service, which with very little to almost zero lag, which is awesome. So hopefully that answers that question that you had. Nordic, I could tell you that it's. I was asking a question early this morning in our pre-session live stream with the Signal members on the portal. Before I could even finish the question, somebody already answered the question. They have already given an answer. So I mean, it's seconds. It's if there's anyone on this YouTube chat that's also in the Signal. I mean, I know a lot of them now have pretty much moved to there. But if you guys can, and rather it come from a member than just from me. Yes, Nordic. Yes, there are. So there's a pre-session and then there's an after session from YouTube. So that's a good opportunity for us to answer, for me to answer questions on the setups that we took, why we didn't take setups, and then obviously if any trades are coming in. So typically about 30 minutes to an hour after the YouTube stream ends, we go. Today there was no trades pre-session, but yesterday there was a few. I should say setups. I'll be right back, guys. All right, had a little opportunity to put some food in my belly. It's pretty hungry. All right, let's see what they have done here. Can't see the stop on the short. 25,804.25. All right, 12 minutes to IB to be set. Had a really nice trade yesterday on the IB. All right, gold. Taking a look at a setup here at the 44.78, targeting the 44.81.30 and the 44.83 with a stop at the 44.75. All right, back to the NQ. All right, hopefully we can get out of this 30-minute range we've been sitting in. All right, 6 minutes for IB to be set. Let's see if we can get a push here. Just got to get through this little piece of volume right here. All right. On this short here, guys, if we get it at the 784, we also got a big target here at the 758.59. Sake, I'm trading on NinjaTrader. There's a pocket here that I could see us getting a reaction to, but I just don't want to take this trade here until we get the short, because I want to see a bigger break of structure. It was kind of minor. But most likely we'll see a reaction here in this zone. Market's moving like molasses. ATR is sitting at about 27. Let's look at the 1 minute. 13. All right, 1 minute for IB to be set. So right now it'd be set right at the 779, the 25779. So I guess now what I can do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine this IB, the IB high trade, a fade off of this, with this signal here at the 25784. So I'm just going to switch over to my footprint confirmation and see where I get the reaction at. Well, you can see here see that reaction right there at the 25758. I just didn't like taking this one. I know it would have gotten me the 10, 15 points. I wanted to see a little bit more break of structure. It did break structure over here, but I would have looking for a little bit more impulsive of a move there. And we're so tight in this range between an area where I want to short, but the reaction to this area right here played out exactly how I thought it would. Oh, what happened to my order here? Shit. That was stupid. That was dumb. Well, that didn't... this is just now on my leader. It's not on my followers. Son of a... What the hell happened to my order here? Well, I hit TP1. Well, this really doesn't mean much to me. It's just my eval leader. Oh, that's frustrating. That was frustrating. That would have been my 40 points there. 40 ticks, I should say. What's this one in profit now? Control center. That was stupid. That was the best reactionary point right there. Was going to be that TP1 was the easy one. Really doesn't mean much. I might just see if I can get back to break even and just get out of this one. Ah, dang it. I closed that out. I don't know what happened with my, oh, when I, son of a bitch. On my NQ, when I closed out this trade, I hit the close all, and I closed out my GC order. Son of a gun. Well, that's what I say about mistakes. Yeah, 27 ticks, not 40. Not happy about that. Morgan, did you cash out anything on that GC trade? Or were you just eyeballing it? Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. Now I understand. So I want to get now to the IB. Come on, NQ, do something for us here. Mm-hmm. Tim, yes, I'm currently down 791, buddy. It's on the screen. A good 100 or two of that is slippage, though. That trade. I told myself that that was very high probability of a sweep on that second trade we took. And the each account that was copy trade on there took some pretty good amount of slippage. Either way, just like to see some movement here. So I left the 28s unbalanced right here. Unless they balance it out before tapping in. That'd be another target. So they just tapped into that front part, that front meat of our volume profile. Come on. Where's the IB low today? 608s. God fucking bless it. God damn it. Well, they just took out all three of my targets there. All right, I'm going to switch over to footprint confirmation at this point. Well, ATR keeps dipping. All right, there's the tap. Some pretty strong selling pressure there. Let's see if this gives us a confirmation here. Nope. Nope, not yet. Not yet. That was pretty good. So cut my risk here just a little bit. 10-point target on TP1 and then 15 points on TP2. Still a good amount of selling pressure here, so let's see. And your best defense would be down in the 79s, but down right around here, right around this 680, 679 is probably your best defense there. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna get tagged out here. So let me just put this here, 69. That's where I think your best defense would have come in. All right, should trade there. That was not a good one, guys. Not a good one. All right, let's go. Let's update this guy. 2 losses now. All right. We just got out of that band, out of the weekly band. And I'm going to make TP2 down to the 694. 694. Right there. All right, let's see. Template load, entry. Template load, stop. All right, guys, I'm taking a short here at the 25.7, 12.75, targeting the 25.702 and the 694 with a stop at the 734. And if I take an L here, it might call it a day. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. Hit the mute button on. So I see a pretty big downside move here, at least to the 56s. Just tapped into a good amount of buyers there. Guess I would have been safe with my first target. Base hits, Rob. That's what we keep saying is base hits. Let's go. Base hits. Base hits. Let's go. It's fighting a wall right here. Seller stepped in very, very strong, and I like the fact that they broke through that 672 level. But the buyers did step in. This would be the next natural area for the market to rebalance. I'm only at 5 points in profit right now. I don't like that. I don't like this one. Let's go. This is where they would have stepped in at. So if I get tagged out here, it's this is nutty. That's where the defense was at. They run it up again, then I'm toast. All right. Nice little base hit there. Let's see. I just moved my 15-minute level there, so don't pay attention to that. I know we are in a pretty strong downtrend right now, but this area here looks very strong for a reversal. I don't know where this 12-minute level was at. Let's see. I captured that one strictly on the footprint. I mean, the footprint showed exactly where the seller stepped in very strong, and it helped me with my stop loss on that one as well. Let's see what's going on in the higher picture. I do like that. I do like this area for a reversal here. I know we got IB low at the bottom of that. All right, possible another short opportunity here. No, I don't like the retap here. You can see how they retapped right in back into this volume cluster. Don't like that. So I can get rid of this guy. Don't like him anymore. 25.712 looks solid. I still really like this 25.629. Gonna get rid of this. This is not at the right spot there. All right, what do we got brewing here? 5-minute level, tapped right into it. That was an easy one. Another 15-minute level right here. Load, 15 minutes. I like the short here at the 25.712. I like this one a lot. All right, everyone. I think that's going to call it for the YouTube stream. Kind of a mixed bag here today. Well, obviously, price action was just a little bit uglier than what I would like to see. But don't feel like I missed many opportunities, maybe minus that gold trade that I kind of had a little snafu on. Let's just take a look at gold here before I jump off. No. Okay. So with that, I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning at Market Open. Be back in Chicago, so hopefully much easier setup for me. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please leave a like on the stream. If you didn't, I guess you could dislike it. In the red, $636 today, but clawed back there a little bit with that last minute short there. That was more of a momentum play, more than a coming out of a volume. But it's just that footprint. You kind of just saw it. And you couldn't unsee it. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Stay patient out there. Hopefully, if you're in the red, you can turn into the green. If you're in the green, try to stay in the green. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone.